the land of Charminar, the land of Hyderabadi biryani, the land of Saina Nehwal, Sania Mirza, and the land of Chiranjeevi. Yes, Hyderabad it is on SDCC Season 3. I am your bad boy, Siddharth Kannan, and with me is
Patrick Kinghorn telling you there are just 2 spots left to make our grand final. Can anyone make an impact on those wildcard places currently dominated by Delhi? You're about to find out, because the final regional heat of Season 3 on the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. Are you ready, Sid?
yes, starts now.
While Delhi leg witnessed incredible 8 finishers, with crowning glory coming in form of record-breaking show by Raghavendra, Mumbai disappointed with not a single finish. Chennai had 2 contestants scaling the summit, while Bangalore managed 1 finisher. Now it's time for the corporates from Hyderabad to take on the challenge. Remain firmly glued to your seats as the city of Nizams unleash their warriors to tame the circuit.
Hyderabad, a teeming, spicy mix of colors and commerce, home to the Charminar and the most famous biryani. This city has history flowing through its every street. Will the Hyderabadis fly their victory flag over the devil, or will they fall prey to the course ahead? Let the registrations give us a glimpse on what's to come. Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit is super excited to have to come to the City of Pearls to challenge Hyderabad.
First, let's get the rules of the game straight. Each team will consist of 3 members, of which minimum 1 needs to be a woman. Let's not forget, each team will have a captain who will decide the running order. The total age of the team needs to add up to at least 90 years. Each contestant needs to take on the obstacle course individually in 3 different heats. The Swift Devil Circuit Challenge is now formed to 7 physical challenges and 2 mental challenges. Our warriors need to first test their mind with a mental question, after which they go on to the Devil Steps. Successfully completing this will lead them to slog it out. After that, they make their way through the devil's webs and then immediately skip over the pyramids. Then they need to romp with the devil. It only gets tougher from here, as they need to swing their way across the ring bearer to only reach 1 more mental obstacle. And then comes the 12-foot wall. And guess what? Even our main man Patrick gave it a go and failed miserably. Each contestant will get only 5 minutes to complete all obstacles and a maximum of 3 attempts on the physical challenges and no such attempts on the mental challenges. Each failed attempt and a wrong answer in the mental challenge gets you a 2-minute penalty added on to your final time. Well, the war sirens have been blown and our warriors are all geared up and ready. Let's start the dance with the devil, as our first contestant is ready to take on the course in the Season 3 of the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge.
Anandi Tyagarajan from Genpak. She's 42 years old. Age is just a number for this lady. And of course, today her husband is competing as well. So is there going to be a clash between the husband and the wife?
Let's introduce you to a couple that plays together and stays together. Anandi represented Genpak and Madhusudan donned concentric colors as the duo took on the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit Challenge.
The practice preparation is good. I am a regular gymmer. Do a lot of practice for upper body strength.
It was interesting for us because in real life, also in the kind of work we do, where our companies are competition in real life.
It was love in the air as they encouraged each other and supported their presence, and spurred on by competition to garner maximum points for their respective teams. Both produced stellar performances.
So competition is there. She's in actually a competing company, so not just a competitor here. But yeah, it's going to be a healthy one. We gym together, so we practice also together.
When this happens, we'll be cheering for each other personally, at the same time ensuring that our companies win.
It remembered me, the beauty of this life. Such a feeling.
Probably such was their power of love that the ruthlessness of the course too submitted to it.
We'll see that day which team is the better one.
I think my team will do better than his, so I'm happy with that.
So Anandi to get our Hyderabad heat underway. Yet to see a girl complete the course, but nevertheless, their times are all important. All three contenders in the team's times are added together, so important that Anandi keeps up that run of women doing well on the mental challenge, and she does. Anandi Wright, good start for Gempact.
Well, she's a great blend of being a great wife, a working woman, a housewife, everything rolled into one. But like I said earlier, her husband is competing as well. Do you think it's going to play on her mind saying, do I beat my husband or do I lose from him?
Well, there's got to be at least some friendly competition. We'll see her husband Masuthan a bit later on. He's in the Concentrics team, but I'm sure his wife, with the advantage of going first, will like to set a target that he might find tough to beat. She's doing well so far, remember, no time penalty on the mental challenge, and with only 45 seconds on the clock, Sid, she's slogging it out already.
She works out every day of her life. 42 years old, but you know, it shows as if she's just 20 years old. And most importantly, her husband is cheering for her as well. Do you think there could be a clash between the companies which says, you're a husband, how can you cheer for her?
Well, imagine this. Imagine that Anandi's start for Gempact puts them in a position to possibly win this, and then her husband runs for Concentrics and the anchor leg for his team, and she's cheering her husband to get beat, so her team goes through. The permutations are endless, and I'll tell you what, I don't think she's worrying about her husband at the moment. She's just worrying about her own time, and she is doing spectacularly well. 2 minutes 23 and counting, and she's well into the Devil's Web.
She's the VP Banking, FinServ and Insurance, so she's right up there in the hierarchy list. But they say she's a very down-to-earth girl. Maybe we should be humble like her.
Yes, well, we're certainly not vice presidents, and two vice presidents in a married couple. Not often you see that. Right, she's now getting to the one that has found all the women out, the Devil's Romp. There's been many female casualties here, but on the plus side, as she goes for the sitting technique that we favour here in the commentary box, if she's still got 2 minutes to give it a go on the ring bearer, Sid.
She is struggling.
Oh, she did struggle there. That was a nervous swing. When you're seated, you should really push your legs off from the platform to make contact with the net, but it was a half-hearted grab attempt. She's going to need to swing harder than that at the second go. Remember, only 3 lives on this, and she's wavering. Oh, she's gone again. So now the time and the clock are against
Anandi. She is struggling a little bit, but I think her kids at home, her family voice is reaching her, saying, get up, mama.
Well, unfortunately, the family voice not loud enough. She goes out, but no shame in the attempt she made. She made it as far as Devil's Romp and clocks in at a time of 12 minutes, 6 seconds. A decent start to our night here with the people of Hyderabad. So we've seen Anandi set a target for all the other women to shoot at, and next shooting at that target from GMR3, it's Bharti. Let's have Bharti up.
I have to tell you, I've never seen any human being on planet Earth pronounce her name better than the way you've done. You had so much soul to it. It was as if you really wanted to marry her the way you said Bharti.
Well, I've been speaking to Bharti down by the track, and I think we found a bit of a connection. It's lovely to see her getting off to a decent start, although, having said that, she got the mental challenge question wrong. She can't afford any more mistakes, and that definitely is going to leave Anandi in the driving seat, unless, of course, Bharti can get as far as the ring bearer. But the women generally have really impressed me in the heat so far, Sid. They're clearly at a disadvantage physically. I'm all for feminism and equality, but the facts of the matter are this is a devilishly difficult course for males to complete. I think we've had, what, so far, I'm just counting them, 8, 9. We've only had 9, 10, about just over 10 finishers from hundreds and hundreds of applicants, and of course yet to see a woman manage to complete the course.
But there's a big backstory on our Bharti as well. She participated in Season 2. She did not qualify, so she's like a wounded soldier. She's hurt, and she wants to finish the unfinished story. And also, she's very pretty, so do you want to ask her out on a date, or should I do?
No, I'm strictly professional here, Sid. It's all about the competition and the sport, but it's a great point you make, because she's one of several competitors you'll see on the show tonight that are repeat entrants into the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge, and it's great that people are coming back season after season. And of course, you at home, if you watch Season 2, you may well remember Bharti. I certainly wouldn't forget those legs if I saw them.
I wouldn't forget the face also. What a beautiful face. And yes, all you eligible bachelors out there, I'm sure you have a crush on her, just the way this married man has a crush on her. Married, meaning me. Paddy is still eligible.
Pyramid skip coming up. She's doing really well, but the fact she got that mental challenge question wrong, I know it's not the glamorous obstacle on the course, but you leave yourself at such a massive disadvantage if you slip up on the mental challenge, so she can afford no mistakes. She's got the time, but Sid, can she sit and stand and get past this devil's romp, which is catching so many of the females out?
But she is a young lady. She's panting for breath.
Oh, yeah, but it's understandable with what she's been through. I've been on that course, and that devil's web, the 3 nets, really take it out of you, and that was a half-hearted attempt. You can see the concentration in her eyes, but you have to make contact with both arms. There is no chance, man or woman, to drag yourself up on that obstacle one-handed. Attempt number 2 with 2 minutes on the clock, and again, it's the one hand. You cannot uncommit. She was uncommitted there, a spit of the hand, and it's her last chance saloon.
Well, she had to do a little bit of research. If she had spoken to the previous contenders, maybe she would have had an idea how to tackle this one. Sitter would have been much easier than standing up and trying to be a somersault expert.
Very much so. The stats say, I think there's a 38% more success rate if you sit rather than you stand on this course. But of course, the contestants haven't got the detailed statistics that the organisers and the stewards have given us at their disposal. That wouldn't be fair, of course. It would give an advantage to those that go in the later stages, as we find here in the final heat. But she's done well. She's going to get up and over Devil's Romp. Fair play. It's our first female from Hyderabad to get over the net, and she's still got, what, 50-odd seconds. Surely she can't do the ring bearer. Oh! Well, that's got to be the quickest attempt we've ever seen on the ring bearer, and poor old Bharti is now soaking wet and still with enough time to have another go, but surely she can't do it. She had little chance dry. She's got no chance wet, Sid.
If I win, I take you out. If you lose, you take me out. Bharti from GMR, 29 years old, participant in the 2nd season, could not qualify then. I saw her panting for breath. She's a young lady.
Yeah, but to be fair to her, she progressed past the Devil's Romp, which was further than Anandi got, but we keep coming back to it. Just shows how important that mental challenge is. Because Bharti got the mental challenge wrong, she didn't steal top place from our first contestant, Anandi. But a good start nonetheless from Hyderabad.
Anandi from Deepak, 42 years old. Her husband's also in the circuit. She fell, but she made us proud. And of course, Bharti, 29 years old. She went beyond her expectations. Kiran Negi from KBR1. She fell down, got up, fell down. One thing's for sure, no one's going to be stopping the lady on SDCC Season 3.
So after our first round in the Hyderabad heat, it's Deepak 1 leading the way. Many thanks to Anandi for her magnificent effort of 12.06. In 2nd place, GMR 3, KBR1 there in 3rd, but all to play for with 2 rounds still to go.
I am with the most power-packed audience in the world! Whoa! SDCC, 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 SDCC. Yeah! The city of Nawabs. Hyderabadi Biryani, Chiranjeevi, Hyderabad is showing the power of SDCC. And we're going to get into a break. But remember, there's lots more power!
Welcome back to Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge.
Hyderabad may be famous for its biryani, but never mind the food, it's the mental and physical fortitude of that great Indian city that concerns us tonight. So far, no Hyderabadi has completed the course and scaled that intimidating summit behind me, but the good news is there's plenty of fit, strong and athletic-looking men still to go. So first up for the men as the second round gets underway, it's Satish, yet another vice president. We're stacked full of VPs on the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge today.
Satish from Genpact, the Vice President Operations of Genpact. This man obviously is at a very high stature, but it seems he takes time out from work to focus on fitness and tells all his colleagues the same thing to do.
Well, I'm told he's a top draw tennis player. Let's see if he can ace this circuit. He's already got his mental challenge right, and of course his run with extra significance because Anandi from Genpact gave them the lead after the first round. So a solid round from Satish will put Genpact on good terms going into the third and final leg.
Well, tennis champion he is, and he's a big Roger Federer fan, and of course in the 80s he was a big fan of Boris Becker. Boom boom. So is he going to be serving like Federer to the mighty summit, or is he going to be going boom boom like Boris Becker? What say?
Of course, if you're a top draw tennis player, Sid, you've got to have that upper body strength so you can get those first serves in. And he looks like he's a very well-balanced individual. We're on the fifth heat now, so we've seen hundreds and hundreds of competitors take on this course, and there's no question the most successful ones are the ones that have balanced bodies. It's no good being top-heavy or bottom-heavy. You've got to have a consistent stream across your physicality, and on the face of it, from our vantage point here in the commentary box, Satish has got just that.
And yes, Satish also, because besides being a tennis player, also is a great fan of badminton. So he plays a lot of sports. I hope he attends office on time as well.
Yes, racket sports. I can't quite work out yet how racket sports would aid or hinder you here. Obviously, to play racket sports to a high level, you've got to get great hand-eye coordination, which links us very nicely to Devil's Romp, because this is all about hand-eye coordination. Using your legs, you get on that swing. He's debating whether to go sitting or standing. He goes standing. He's going to go for a two-swing strategy, I think, and go for it. No. Plays it safe with three. You've got to jump, Satish. Oh, he just about claws on.
Well done.
Just about clawed on there, and he's going to be up and over with 2 minutes to navigate the pyramid skips. And, of course, then it's the ring bearer. Do you think he gets wet?
I don't think so. I think he can touch the mighty summit. Also, what I like about this gentleman is a lot of people who are head honchos of companies don't devote time to their fitness. But this man treats his fitness as important as his work.
Well, it says something about Hyderabad, doesn't it? Because we've got so many of the top executives from the companies represented, all our magnificent corporations from the city of Hyderabad. And so far, early stages, admittedly, they are doing their city proud. But there he goes. And he didn't even commit himself to getting wet there, did he? He's the first person I've seen fall in whose hair's completely dry after his first dip in the water.
Well, that's also a secret mantra, how to get wet without a hair getting spoiled, which obviously, Pat, shouldn't be worried about.
Slow motion replays give us such a good shot. You can see the pressure on the forearms that's applied as he has yet another go. But if you fall in the drink once, this exercise, this push your limits ring bearer is practically impossible. And now he's stuck on his S.
And also, he's a certified chartered accountant. I envy this man. What does he do?
Well, he might be good at numbers, but I'm not sure he's good on his angles because he's gone in once again. And again, his hair stays dry. He could be the first ever contestant in the 5 heats to go in the pool 3 times and come out with dry hair.
Or maybe he's just wearing a anti-wet cap.
This is the question. When you failed twice there, do you really think you can do it on the third time? His time's up. It was a brave attempt, but not good enough. He's standing by now, Satish, with Sunanda.
Now, we just absolutely saw a fantastic, riveting moment. That's what good television is made of. Now, Satish here is absolutely a regular at giving 20-somethings a run for their money at literally everything that you do.
Yes, I do cycling and we often race as part of our events, and many 25-year-olds, 20-year-olds, I just beat them easily.
Oh, trust you me, it's a devil circuit there. It's a difficult course, and many of them have given up way beyond. You actually almost finished it, right? What went wrong?
I think, I play tennis regularly, but I need to build my biceps and forceps a little more because I was not able to pull my body up.
So the second of the men to step up to the plate is Deepak. And the great thing about this season on Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge, we've seen people from all walks of life and all types of job. And this man, Deepak, he's definitely a brave man. He does a job that I'd be far too frightened to take on. He's a lead firefighter at some of India's finest airports on behalf of his employers, GMR.
I am Deepak. I am from Team GMR. ब्लूप्रिंट्स देख के थोड़ा लगा कि टफ है, अगर इसको करना है तो थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस हार्ड करना पड़ेगा, बट हमने तीनों ने मिलके अलग से टाइम निकाल के और ट्रेनिंग प्रैक्टिस किया। मॉर्निंग में, इवनिंग में जब भी हमें टाइम मिला 2 आवर्स 3 आवर्स का, तो रनिंग वगैरह करना, पुशअप सिटअप्स वगैरह करना, जिम में वर्कआउट करना, इट विल बी वेरी कंफर्टेबल टू मी टू डू स्विफ्ट डेविल सर्किट चैलेंज.
Volleyball, Jim, 35 years old, lead firefighter. Well, everyone on the circuit is on fire, and this guy knows how to handle fire with ease because he lives there. He breathes fire, and he's also got the fire of passion to touch the mighty summit, and he's got it right.
Great start from Deepak, and I cannot wait to see this man in action. As soon as I heard there were firemen on the course today, I was fascinated to see how they get on, because on the face of it, that upper body strength, we know the physical rigours that firemen take on in their training. It should stand him in excellent stead for this season.
Well, you must give it to him. He's also a guy who loves going to the gym, volleyball expert, lean, tall, and being a firefighter, the prerequisites are you got to be fast on your feet, you got to have muscular arms to lift all those instruments to wash away the fire.
We've had at least 50 people go up and down this course already today. Still yet to see a finisher, but safe to say Deepak is one of the favoured contenders in the second round of runners, and he'll be hoping he can steer GMR to a top 2 spot going into that final leg. And you can see that's perfect example of the kind of training firemen will go into when they're climbing up with their hoses, and obviously when they train they're wearing heavy equipment as well, so this should really be an advantage for Deepak, and he's going well on his time, just 2 minutes 10 seconds on the clock, with the Devil's Web well and truly almost behind him.
A lot of these contestants have an emotional side to them. They're all dedicating their walk, their run on the hurdle to their parents, their mother, their father. He says, I want to dedicate this one to my mother because she's taught me everything in my life. So if Deepak's mother's watching this, ma'am, thank you for being his mother, and thank you for showing him the path.
And if you fancy taking on this incredible challenge, don't forget to go to the website SDCC.TV, and it could be you on season 4 dedicating your performance to a family member or someone close to you. Back we go to Deepak. He's having a 2-swing standing strategy for the Devil's Romp, and it's paid dividends. They made that look easy.
You know, he looks least perturbed with the obstacles. He's like a cool customer who's taking it step by step. I don't see an iota of stress on him.
I cannot wait now. This is the most exciting part for me of our Hyderabad heat. Our fireman approaching the ring bearer. Now we know he's going to be using those strong arms to carry people from burning buildings. We know it's going to be an extensive part of his training, but saving people from fires is one thing. The ring bearer has caught better people than Deepak out. Come on, Deepak. You're up to the Y. This is looking good, Sid. This is looking good.
Come on, Deepak, and can you get rid of the fire in my heart?
Come on, Deepak. Oh, no, he's taken too long. And I tell you what, he almost knocked his head on that board there, but managed to stay relatively dry, but nevertheless, it's one life gone.
Why are people struggling at the ring bearer area?
Listen, Sid, I've been there, done it, bought the T-shirt, and I can tell you nothing prepares you for the ring bearer. You underestimate just how much physically the rest of the course takes out of you, and there's no question. This, for me, is even harder than the summit, and when you consider you've got to get past the ring bearer to get to the summit, it tells you just how fiendishly, devilishly tricky the organisers, the stewards and the marshals of the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge have been this season. And it looks at this stage, their devilishness is going to catch Deepak out.
Well, the last attempt, finally he looked a little disturbed. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deepak Gujjar from GMR, a firefighter, had it smooth throughout. Again, when he reached the waters, he succumbed, but I think his firefighting skills helped him out there.
I'll tell you something, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, our emergency services deserve our love and respect along with admiration, and I give all that to Deepak, but the bottom line is this, taking away that love, respect and admiration, his failure at the ring bearer, a trained firefighter no less, just goes to show you how tough this course is this year. It's time to check in with Dakesh from Sudkemi. Sudkemi, big supporters of the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. They've had entrants from all over India, but it's Dakesh's turn to represent his company and the whole of Hyderabad.
Dakesh, my man, the Bahubali, the expectations are high on this man. Is he gonna get the mental challenge right? Because physically they say even though he's 45 years old, he is the one who can touch the mighty summit. And what a background. Yes, he's got it right.
Certainly another fine example. He's actually ticked two of our major boxes on the fashion front. Not only has he got that magnificent hat on his head, a beard and trousers, one of our few trouser competitors, but we've seen some men in trousers perform excellently so far over our previous four heats.
What is with this trouser? Do you want to be a fashionista and that's why you're doing it? Because you feel you look different from the rest? Could that be a strategy as well?
Well, it's all good joking and joshing about it, Sid, and we've had a lot of fun talking about the dress, but I just wonder, if you're wearing the trousers, it has to hinder you if you get to the ring bearer and fall in the water, because by the very nature of having more clothing on your body, you're going to absorb more water, your body's going to become heavier. So it's certainly interesting to note those that have gone down the trouser route.
Well, so you know that Dakesh Mehta is not on the right track with that trouser, and Patty Boy knows so much about these trousers because he's got a great range of clothes himself, especially the one he's wearing right now. It looks so jazzy, man.
Thank you very much, Sid. That means a lot coming from you, Sid, having seen some of your flamboyant suits when you're presenting your magnificent Bollywood award shows. I'm a fan of his hat here as well. I want to get a close-up on his face. Let's see. Let's look into the eyes of Dakesh as he goes over the pyramid skip, because one thing's for sure, he got his question right, and he's flying through these obstacles. He's on target to be the quickest finisher in the second round, if only he can keep this up.
Well, also his father was in the army, and he tells us that his father was participating in sporting events even at the age of 50, so which means sports, fitness runs in his blood.
Certainly does. He's having a swing here. He's going one, he's going two. He's a stander. He thought about it on the second swing, thought better of it. Is he going to go on the third? No, thought better of it again. Fourth time lucky. That's good work. He didn't panic. He held on to the fourth swing, and crucially, he's landed high up that web, Sid, which is going to save him some valuable time. Not many people have got as far as that inside 2 minutes, which is what we've seen from Dakesh here.
Do you think that this circuit obviously would be helping the youngsters a lot more than people like him who are mid-40s or touching their 50s?
Well, again, we come back to that rule in the team list. You've got to have a team of a combined age of over 90, so you've got to have someone of a reasonably mature age in your ranks, unless you go for 3 30-year-olds. But no, I think there's no reason why Dakesh can't, at 45, get further than he has. But having said that, you even have to salute him for getting this far. He's got to the H, but once you go two-handed on one ring, there is only one place you're going, and that's underwater.
But he is still called the Bahubali, which means all his competitors and contenders have a lot of respect for this corporate icon.
And of course, the interesting thing here is, if you really don't believe you can get past the ring bearer, you should just fail your 3 attempts as quickly as possible and take the penalties. That's another tactic that I'm sure when we get to the finals and the teams have all been on the course and they're playing tactics, they'll see. He's going to waste time here on a second and third attempt. He could go in on all 3 occasions, pick up his penalties and clock an even faster time than the one he's at now.
Well, experience always shows when they are in troublesome situations, they don't let it disturb them.
Yeah, his technique's not great here, though, and he's wasting time. When you hang on like that, you must know there's no hope for you to get to the next letter. Just take the drop, man, and have another go. This is his last attempt, but one thing's for sure, if he goes in the water pretty quickly, which I think is going to happen, he is going to be, it's official. I'm checking the time, 10 minutes 20. Dakesh, our fastest man in round number 2.
Dakesh Bahubali Mehta, 45 years old. You know, I'm going to be partial to this man. He did it very well. Despite age not being on his side, his mind did it.
Well, it runs in the family, doesn't it? You mentioned, Sid, that background in the army of his father. His father was very competitive in physical sports to the age of 50, so I think you have to applaud him. He got as far as the ring bearer. He got the quickest time of all the second round finishers, and all that at the age of 45. I salute you, sir.
Yeah, we salute you, Bahubali.
So before we get set for the anchor leg, let's remind ourselves how those second leg runners got on. I'm afraid it was a clean sweep. The ring bearer claimed all the scalps. Satish, Deepak, Aman and Dakesh all getting soaked and failing to reach the summit.
Some things never change. They probably only become tougher. We can say that conclusively, at least above this circuit. And hence, it is end of round 2, and yet we have no finishers. But don't get disappointed yet. If the trends in the previous legs are anything to go by, some outstanding finishes might be just around the corner. Let's find out if the ploy of keeping the best for the last bears fruit for these teams or not.
After round 2, do the dynamics change or what? Sudkemi were at number 4, they moved to number 3. GMR retained their position of being at number 2. And the undisputed leader so far, Deepak at number 1. Hyderabad has disappointed once again. Things are not going their way, but they can spring surprises. Like the superstar Chiranjeevi once said, we can do anything when the chips are down. Atti Porli Mone was Chiranjeevi's dialogue. My dialogue is, we're getting into a break and we're going to come right back because the action is hard-hitting, brutal, as SDCC says, rock and roll! Bye!
Welcome back to the fifth and final nationwide heat on Season 3 of the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. Hyderabad, not at the summit yet, but getting closer and closer, and it's the big boys that they select in the third legs to come now.
Yes, Hyderabad have not had mighty finishers out there, but they won my heart with their adrenaline-pumping energy. Well, we've got two mighty morphins coming up, Vishal Aladi and Madhusudan, and they say they could touch the mighty summit and maybe whisk away that beauty of a car.
Hitton representing GMR3.
हेलो, मेरा नाम हितेंद्र पाटिल, मैं महाराष्ट्र से हूँ और अभी मैं GMR हैदराबाद एयरपोर्ट में काम कर रहा हूँ एयरफेयर डिपार्टमेंट में एज अ लीड फायर फाइटर। ऑब्स्टिकल्स आया, उसके लिए तो हम रनिंग करने शुरू कर दिया, बट पहले से मैं ऑलरेडी फिजिकल फिट हूँ, तो मैं बॉक्सिंग पहले से करते आ रहा हूँ। 3.5 ईयर्स मैंने बॉक्सिंग किया है, क्रिकेट खेला है स्टेट लेवल्स में, तो मेरे लिए तो ये ईजी है। जो मेरा टीम है, जो पार्टनर्स है, उनको मैं अच्छे से गाइड करता हूँ। टीम GMR will take off with the car.
Well, we've got Hiten from GMR, 28 years old, a boxing fan. Well, here is he going to use his fists of fury and ensure that he touches the mighty summit. Well, he's got it right, a boxer. Do you think that's going to help him here?
Well, it's a great start on the mental challenge, but the boxing angle's interesting because, of course, the boxers, some of them very light on their feet, dancing around, and this is a great example. A boxer would do very good on this kind of obstacle because you've got to have very light feet to dance from one log to the other, and this is a very solid start. Look at that clock, just under 30 seconds gone, and he's almost at the end of Slog It Out. This is a solid start from 28-year-old Hitton.
Don't you say anything wrong to him, Paddy boy. I'm warning you, otherwise you're going to get boxed. I'm not taking you to the hospital.
I wouldn't mess with Hitton, I'll tell you something. We know India's got a great reputation for bringing through many true Olympian boxers, so I wouldn't mess with Indian boxing if my life depended on it. But look at this, and he takes the jumping route. He's very sprightly stepped, I think is the word to say, and that is quite clearly, this is the boxing influence coming through. Very light on his feet indeed. Look at that, under 2 minutes, and he's already at the romp.
And he's actually doing some exercises in the middle.
Yep, keeping himself fit and fresh. This is a man who is clearly very fit indeed. And again, we had the giant in Amitabh at 6'8". Hitton clearly a bit more in normal proportion, and it's working to his advantage. He's sailing through this. If the Devil's Romp was that easy, he could literally probably just step over the pyramids.
Well, his favorite word is Aila. Ask me why? Because
Why?
of Sachin Tendulkar. He says Aila to him all this time, to himself, so that he could be like Sachin.
Look at this. He started very quickly. He's got to the O, got to the R. You better go to the summit, Sid.
Yeah, he's like a potential. I'm going. Bye.
All important, you must get this mental challenge right. The course record could be in danger if he gets it wrong. So Raghuvinder's course record is still intact. He's got plenty of time, but only 2 more attempts. Remember the controversy we had in Mumbai. The controversy in Mumbai when the sole finisher took 4 attempts and was subsequently disqualified, so Hitton has to be very careful not to waste his other attempts, and he's going to have to do it on the 3rd and final effort. Did Siddharth have a wasted journey sprinting up to that magnificent Maruti Suzuki Swift car to try and meet Hitton? You're watching the replay of his 2nd attempt. It's do or die. It's all on this. We're all behind you, Hitton. Get up to Sid. Superb stuff. Pull yourself up. Brilliant.
You feel like a champion.
लग रहा था पहले से ही कॉन्फिडेंट लेके आया हैदराबाद से कंप्लीट करके दिखाऊंगा। जैसे मेरे मैडम है कैप्टन मिस भारती बोले पाटिल आपको करके दिखाना है। लास्ट मोमेंट तक मैं मेरे टीम वालों को GMR वालों को कुछ नहीं बोला, बस मैडम मैं करूँगा। सभी सजेशन दे रहे, मेरा सजेशन मेरे अंदर था कि मैं करूँगा। मेरे चैलेंज मेरे स्ट्रैटेजी के हिसाब से तो मैं करके दिखाया। मैम आपके लिए।
It seems like a long time ago we met Anandi from Gempact in the first part of the show. Remember, we promised we'd be seeing our husband later, and now he takes to the arena floor. Let's give a big welcome to the latest Hyderabadi warrior. It's Sudan.
Sudan from Concentrics, 41 years old, fitness freak, loves playing the guitar. Right now some tunes are playing on his head. He's got it wrong.
Oh no. Well, you cast your mind back to the first part of the show, and that's something that his wife will be able to give him some stick about, because dear old
Sudan.
Anandi got it right. So Anandi gets it right, the husband gets it wrong. That means he's already, in theory, off the time recorded by his wife. He's got work to do to make that up, but he looks a physical man, doesn't it? You can see they're a married couple that certainly probably work out together.
I'm gonna be the Narad Muni, the man who's gonna be creating a battle out here, all right? So do you think his wife is supporting her own team or supporting her husband at this stage? I want the companies and the husband and wife to fight now.
I tell you what, wherever she's thinking on the outside, she's probably thinking the opposite on the inside. I just don't know which way round it is. But he's recovered from that flip on the mental challenge. That was a blip, wasn't it, on his otherwise immaculate course run so far. He looks like another man that could be capable of finishing this. Hyderabad may well have started slow, Siddharth, but I think they're peaking just at the right time.
And he's also the VP of digital sales for his company, which is Concentrics. And yes, digitally, SDCC 3, we are trending all across India on social media. Yippee!
It's amazing how many people in the third leg start using the swing technique sitting down, because they've seen the competitors do better with it in the first and second rounds.
Sometimes what happens is guys leave such an impact on you, but I feel Sudan is going to leave an impact on us as well. He's already at the ring bearer. His favorite pastime is to follow fitness blogs, so I'm sure he's read up a lot how to conquer the mighty summit.
Well, again, technically this isn't exactly sound, but he's looking rather calm and within himself here. He doesn't appear to be struggling that much physically. He's got to take that Y to the R now if he can get the swing and momentum, and that's the key. Go!
Whoa! But I have a feeling this man can do it. My inner voice, my conscience, my heart is saying he is the one. Is he going to supersede Vishal Aladi as well? Come on, Sudan.
Just think how wet, how tired this man is. He's already gone 3/4 of the way through it. Now he has to start all the way from the beginning, Sid.
Yes, but Sudan, I can sense his wife being somewhere out there saying, hubby boy, let's do it.
He's distraught. He's got that strapping on his arm as well, so he clearly has got some kind of an issue with his arm. No one has managed to complete this on the third time. Think of all the physical exertion he's already gone through, but he looks even stronger on the third attempt.
Yeah, no pain, no gain. That's what my favorite Sylvester Stallone from Rocky used to say.
Come on!
And he's my Rocky. He is my fighter. Yeah, baby.
What an attempt from Sudan. Unbelievable scenes on his third attempt. He gets past the ring bearer, but incredibly, he gets his second mental challenge wrong. He's got the wall to face, and Sunanda waiting up there for him. Come on!
And it's going to be in the first go! Sudan!
Sudan, such a brave try, yeah? Yeah, what were you thinking when you went for your third and final attempt?
I just wanted to complete it. I tried a different technique and it worked. Yeah.
You're a fit man, and so is your wife. She also kind of did it in the fastest time the women did it, yeah? So what do you do at home? Do you have a squat contest? Do you have push-up contest, a bench press contest? What do you do?
Erotic yoga.
Well, many have come and many have gone, and all of them have said that they can do it. Well, we've saved the best for the last. This is our last segment. Don't you go anywhere. Keep watching.
Box Badalai Pudi, Chiranjeevi's blockbuster dialogue in the film Rowdy Aludu. And right now we've got real Chiranjeevis in the circuit. They're larger than life. They're doing stunts which are real. And yes, what action in the Hyderabad leg.
And now it's time for the last performer, Vishal Aladi from Sutherland. The Hyderabad leg is turning out to be quite a cliffhanger. Sutherland are placed 5th, but Vishal has it in his hands to propel his team into the top 2 with a remarkable show. With qualification still a challenging possibility, will Vishal be bogged down by pressure or will he rise to the occasion? Let's find out.
Vishal Alani from Sutherland, 32 years old, into painting, pretty confident young lad and wants to focus his energy only on his goal. His father supporting to the hilt. Is he gonna be the one?
So Vishal underway, look at that, arms crossed, very nonchalant, looks incredibly confident. He looks like a cool customer, doesn't he? Taking his time on the mental challenge, important he gets this right if he wants to break that record. He's gone for it, he's taken 7 seconds and he's got it wrong. Now, can he recover from that disappointment? Because he looks the perfect physical specimen. We talked about the ideal body shape for this course, Sid, and this guy looks like he's got it.
You know, he's moving like a ballet dancer. He's just floating. I love the ease that he's got. And most importantly, this man does 40 to 50 push-ups in 30 seconds flat.
Now that is impressive. I certainly couldn't do that. I'd probably die trying. And I noticed when you were introducing him, Sid, you said he likes to focus on strategy, and that is something that's been lacking from some of our competitors. If you're confident enough that your body's going to get you through the course, the strategy when it comes to being up against the clock can really help you out.
There are two modus operandis, all right? One modus operandi which says, I'm just going to go there, see what happens, and then decide. And one set of people pre-plan. What do you think works better in this situation?
I don't know. I mean, we've seen people succeed taking both approaches, haven't we? But I think strategy is the key here. When you look at how varied the course is, you clearly have to have confidence in your body to succeed. But you need to know when to take your breaks and also how to play the clock. And of course, that's going to come into play with Vishal because he lost those valuable 2 minutes on the first mental challenge. But he's flying through this 2 minutes and he's at the Devil's Romp already and he's a sitter.
Yeah, smart boy. And he's also a principal implementation engineer, which means implementing strategies into place is his forte, which is going to help him on the circuit.
So, in under 2.5 minutes, he's going to... Holy, look how cool. When we talk about strategy, he's taking no chances messing around on the finish of the Devil's Romp. And now it comes to the one that catches them all out. Minus that penalty, he'd be on course for the record here, but the penalty means the real time is 4.5 minutes, although in play time, he's still got 2 minutes 20 to complete the course. Look at this, though. This is one of the easiest. He's sailing through this, Sid. He's absolutely sailing.
You know what?
Through it.
I think I'm going to meet him on the top. So I'm going to leave you alone. Don't feel bad. I'm going to meet him.
He's going so fast, you better leave now, Sid. Sid's
All
on
right.
his way to the summit to meet him by the Maruti Suzuki Swift car. He got the first of his mental challenges wrong, but crucially, he's got the second one right. So now, with over 3 minutes to go, he's got one attempt. Just under 2 minutes left, over 3 minutes going into this. The first attempt was no good. I think he was just using that as a feeler. Second one, though, making no mistakes at all. And there is Sid waiting to greet our latest course conqueror.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vishal from Sutherland has conquered the mighty summit!
Thank you so much.
Vishal, truly an inspirational moment. What are the thoughts that are going on in your head, my friend?
Simple, I just followed my strategy.
Which is what?
I've been actually looking at the other participants going through the course and I learned their mistakes. I've been following them in my mind. That helps me to strategize the whole day.
This man possesses nerves of steel. What a thrilling performance by him to marshal his team into the finals. Vishal's stupendous show means that Sutherland have leapfrogged from 5th position to 2nd position. Not many would have given him chance to turn the tables like this, but no mountain is too high for our man Vishal. After round 2, Genpact were cruising at number 1, but after round 3, they moved down to number 3. Sutherland were at number 5 after second round, now is at number 2 after Vishal's heroics. And at number 1 is Hitane's JMR3.
Now confirm all our finalists who'll join us on a brand new reimagined course to lift the ultimate prize of that brand new Maruti Suzuki Swift car. Joining us from Delhi will be Global Logic and Blackberry Stack, our 2 qualifiers from our first heat. Chennai will be represented by Dan Foss and Zoho. It was a savage clean sweep from Mumbai. They'll both be with us in the final. Tamant and Goldman Sachs from Bangalore, and the contestants you've just seen from GMR and Sutherland, they will be back. The wild cards, well, there's going to be 4 of them, and they're all from that Delhi heat where we had an incredible 8 finishers: Adidas, Ion, Snapdeal and Payback.
Hey yeah, everybody put your hands up in the air. Yeah, we are celebrating. The grand finale is happening. 14 teams from 5 cities are gonna be in the finals. It's gonna be a cliffhanger. It's euphoria all across. Thank you so much to our viewers for supporting SDCC Season 3. We're breaking norms, setting trends. I am your bad boy, Siddharth Kannan, and with me is
Patrick Kinghorn, and I've got news for you. If you think this course was tough in the heat, it's going to get even tougher in the finale. I can't wait, Sid.
Yeah, so keep those
arms and legs pumping.
Yeah, baby.